Hello, my name is Caleb Martin, and in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about concussions in sports. Sports have been around since the beginning of time. These sports have grown in popularity and evolved into the games we know today, such as football, hockey, soccer, basketball, and volleyball. These sports have come a long way since their creation and have changed a lot, but one thing that has remained constant is the presence of injuries in these sports. Sporting injuries come in many different ways and levels of severity, ranging from jammed fingers and broken bones to paralysis and even death. Doctors are the primary ones who determine which injuries take priority, and in recent times, the most researched and debated injuries are those related to the brain, such as concussions. But what actually even is a concussion? A concussion is a type of traumatic brain injury caused by a bump, blow, or jolt to the head, or by a hit to the body that causes the head and brain to move rapidly back and forth. This sudden movement can cause some kind of collision between your brain and the inside of your skull, creating chemical changes in the brain and sometimes stretching and even damaging of brain cells. Like all injuries, these forms of head trauma are not specific to one sport and can be seen across all sports. However, one sport sticks out, and that outlier is football. The concussion rates for football are an astounding 77%. This is 23% higher than the second closest sport. This causes problems due to football's high contact rate and the emergence of CTE in its players. CTE, or chronic traumatic encephalopathy, is just like it says in the name, is the result of chronic brain trauma, basically getting hit in the head repeatedly. The rate of CTE in football players is a lot higher than most people expect, with 99% of professional football players being diagnosed. Many prestigious universities and researchers are doing research on CTE, such as Johns Hopkins University, who did a study that shows definitive differences between football players' brains and the brains of normal people. This includes memory tests, critical thinking skills, and processing speeds. In regards to what's being done about concussions and CTE, in the NFL, the numbers are only going up with record numbers of concussions in the NFL over the past few seasons. The NFL and NCAA have been instituting new rule changes, and since 2009, alongside revamping their concussion protocol multiple times, there have been 33 rule changes in the NFL, and of these 33, 19 have been related to protecting or preventing blows to the head during games. In addition to new policies and protocol, the NFL has created a new schedule allowing for more practices to ensure proper form. Another group taking action to prevent and combat CTE and concussions are doctors. They want to discontinue football at youth and high school levels where concussion rates are higher and there's less education about the topic. A third group that is very vocal about the topic is parents. Parents, due to the information doctors and researchers have been providing about concussions and CTE, have begun pulling their kids from youth sports. This harms the game by preventing its growth and disallowing kids from playing. All of these methods are helpful and could help prevent and or limit the amount of concussions and CTE rates in football, but they are also destroying the game of football and changing it to the point where it's not the same game. Many NFL players, actually the majority of NFL players, are against a lot of the new rules. NFL players like Richard Sherman, Eric Weddle, and Patrick Peterson can be seen saying, "We aren't even playing football anymore. We know what we were signing up for. Let us play." These methods could be effective, but the most effective method of prevention is to educate youth athletes as well as everyone about the dangers of concussions, CTE, and how to prevent them. A popular method being used to educate youth athletes about concussions and their dangers is a 3-step process including recognition, self-discipline, and recovery. These steps educate athletes about concussions and their dangers, how to recognize if they have one, and the steps that need to be taken to ensure a full recovery. This method of concussion prevention, concussion education, unlike the others, stimulates the growth of football while educating athletes on how to keep them safe. The debate surrounding concussions is a complex and very controversial one. Football is the leader in prevention efforts, but other sports are beginning to follow its lead. With complete overhauls of protocol in football, unless athletes become more educated about concussions, it is likely to happen in other sports and even jeopardize if they will be played in the future. Becoming educated about concussions and their dangers is the best prevention method and still allows for sports to grow. I hope you have learned something from this video and that it inspires you to learn more about concussions. There will be some links in the description below that provide more information about concussions. Thank you for watching and see you next time.